Thank you so much for joining me. I just wanted to make a quick video on how I use these cards, but also the history of how I got these cards. This is a Rider-Waite deck made a very long time ago, and I just call it the original deck just because this is the most popular one, and this is the first one you see when you see tarot cards. When I got introduced to these cards, it was actually through a dream. I sort of dreamed that I was in a store, and the store had a specific weird lighting coming out from the corners of each of the walls. And on one of the shelves, there was this deck, and the face of the deck is the Magician. So when I first saw it, it was this card. And when I woke up, I didn't think much of it, but you know, that was the time that I was very much waking up to the idea that, you know, we should be focusing on our psychic development as humans, because from what I've learned actually is that it is part of our nature to be like that, you know. And it's just very interesting. So I went and bought one of these decks, and you know, I thought they were expensive back then, but now I get it. I get why they're expensive. And yeah, I started reading the books. I started reading the little pamphlet that comes inside of the box. Yeah, it was very interesting just because of the story. Each card has their own specific story, but it begins with the Fool and proceeds from there. So there are 78 cards, and these are the major arcana, which are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 all the way until you get to this last card, the World. But when you start reading for people, the way I do it is that I start feeling based on the literal definition of each card. I get intuitive senses of what's going on in each card or the aspects of the people. So when people ask questions, I see something else, you know, I start feeling something else. I use all my senses to get what it is. And I'm a big fan of remote viewing, and that is what remote viewing is where you get information from a target. And you're supposed to describe it as best as you can using very simple terms and not jumping into what they call is analytical overlay, where you jump into conclusions of like, oh, that's a car and that is a specific brand of car. But you know, that's what I do. And so it is like a adapted version of remote viewing, and that is how I read the cards. So when people have specific questions or concepts, the cards stimulate my sense of visualization, my sense of feeling, my sense of space. So I really go in depth to whatever it is and try to get back as much information as I can. I relay that information to the clients, and then they verify it. Yeah, this is pretty much how this works and how I work with the cards. I'm really excited to be able to read for people, and if you want to book your reading, please do it through our website at innerside.com, and follow us on all social medias. Thank you so much for joining, and see you later.